Have you ever spent months or even years studying a language, memorizing vocabulary and crushing grammar apps, only to sit down, put on a movie, and feel like you understand absolutely nothing? It is one of the most frustrating feelings in the world. You hear a wall of sound, the characters are speaking at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and you start questioning if you have actually learned anything at all. But I want to stop you right there because your brain is not broken and you haven't wasted your time. The reason you can't understand movies has nothing to do with your intelligence. It actually depends on how you have been training your ears. When we learn a language in a classroom or from YouTube videos, we are learning in a sterile environment. The audio is perfectly articulated. The voice actors speak slowly, they pause between words, and there is no background noise. But the real world doesn't sound like that. Native speakers drop syllables, they blend words together, and they use slang. This is called connected speech. Watching a movie in your target language is the equivalent of live sparring. You're facing the language in its raw, chaotic, and unpolished form. So how do we bridge the gap between textbook learning and movie-level comprehension? The first thing we need to eliminate is the subtitle trap. If you're watching a movie with the audio in your target language, but the subtitles are in your native language, you're not actually practicing listening. Your brain is incredibly lazy by design, and it will always choose the path of least resistance. Reading your native language is easy, so your brain completely tunes out the foreign audio. You might think you are absorbing the sounds, but you're just reading a book with a nice foreign soundtrack in the background. The ultimate hack is to switch those subtitles to the language you're trying to learn. This single change forces your brain to connect the messy, fast-paced sounds with the actual written words on the screen. When a native speaker slurs a sentence together, your eyes will catch the words, and your brain will have that light bulb moment. They aren't using new vocabulary. They're just pronouncing the words you already know in a different way. But we need to go a step further. You need to stop watching movies passively. If you just sit on the couch and let a 2-hour movie wash over you, you will get overwhelmed and tune out after 15 minutes. Instead, you need to practice active listening. Take a 5-minute scene from a movie or a TV show. Watch it once with the target language subtitles turned on. Pay close attention to how the words are connected. Then rewind that exact same scene and watch it with the subtitles turned completely off. Focus on the rhythm, the intonation, and try to pick out the individual words from that wall of sound. Because you already know the context from the first watch, your brain will magically start decoding the audio. It is also crucial to choose the right kind of content. If you are a beginner or intermediate learner, do not start with a complex sci-fi movie or a heavy political drama with complicated jargon. Start with slice-of-life shows, sitcoms, or even animated movies. You also have to accept that ambiguity is part of the process. You do not need to understand every single word to understand the message. Even in our native language, we sometimes miss a word because of background noise, but we fill in the blanks using context. Train yourself to be comfortable with not knowing everything. Catch the verbs, catch the nouns, and let your brain guess the rest. The more you expose yourself to this chaotic, real-world audio, the faster your ears will adapt. Stop treating listening like a test you are failing, and start treating it like a muscle you are building. Put in the reps, switch those subtitles, and very soon, that wall of noise will turn into crystal clear words.